Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler every series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, this one is a little bit interesting, but we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, yeah, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That's not the case in this instance. I actually got this from a little of the import store. Maybe a couple weeks ago. Something like that, yeah. So yeah, I've reviewed plenty of import stuff at this point, and typically, it's a weird flavor of Lay's, or, occasionally, it's like a weird flavor of Coke, or something like that. But this is one of the few times where I've done something where there's direct branding involved. So, what is it that I'm trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, it happens to be, boom, it is from Cravi, I guess, or Cravi, Taro milk tea, but it's got Gabumon on it. Look at it. Look at it, it's Gabumon. And then it's got, it's Toei animation, contains milk, best before, all that good stuff. Shake it up a little bit. I already shook it before, but yeah, man, so I saw this, and I thought it was kind of neat, because as a kid, I did grow up. If you're unfamiliar with Gabumon, by the way, it's from the series Digimon. Very, I don't know, is Digimon still a thing these days? I know they still, license shit, but I don't know if there's, a active series or anything going. But when I was a kid, it basically was, an extension of the Pokemon craze, and, you had the little keychain monsters, and it was super fucking cool. I actually had some of those before the cartoon even came out, or the anime. But yeah, man, I saw this one. Gabumon was kind of always my favorite of, the dudes. He turns into the wolf and everything. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. So, anyway, let's check that thing. Ha 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 ha! So yeah, let's try out some taro milk tea. And I looked it up. Taro is, it's like a root vegetable or something like that. So, open. There we go. Took a little doing. Yeah, it definitely smells like taro. It has a very sort of earthy smell to it. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's good. I know I reviewed some taro bubble tea, in 2023, something like that. I like taro as a flavor. I do think it's one of those things. I mean, the only instances where I've had it have been in milk teas and stuff, so I don't know how well it works by itself. But you go over there, you team it up with some, some milk tea and everything like that. It's nice. It's got kind of an earthy hit to it, but then on the other end, you've got, kind of the sweetness from the milk and everything. So it plays well together, and creates a nice contrasting flavors that are just really unique and really tasty. Closest thing I could maybe kind of compare it to that maybe a more Western audience might be more familiar with. Kind of like a nuttiness, almost like a hazelnut, but not, you wouldn't mistake it for hazelnut. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying in terms of kind of the taste presentation, where it's got again, it's got that earthiness to it. It has a very sort of grounding effect on the flavor. Even though it's really nice, it's not a super punchy flavor. It's more kind of throughout, It's nice. I really like it. I mean, I've never had anything from Cravi before, so I don't know if they're, by nature a good product or not. I mean, I bought it mostly just because, again, the Gabumon thing. It's he's Garurumon and Where Garurumon and War, the whole thing. Metal Garurumon, not War Garurumon. Showing my level of nerditude. Um, it's a little bit of a nostalgia hit for me because, like I said, I did grow up watching it. Uh, really enjoyed it. The first series was really good, the original one. Second one, was a little bit hit or miss. Third one, the Digimon Tamers, that I think is, at least as far as I know, back when I was actively following that stuff, that was often considered to be like kind of the sleeper, of the franchises because it took it in a much more mature direction and stuff, and just really cool. But Digimon stuff aside, no, going back to what I was saying, like I said, I've never had anything from Cravi before. Um, when it comes to licensed stuff, a lot of times I don't go into it thinking good things because they're paying for a license. Why aren't they just letting their product speak for itself? But the reality, of course, is that, companies license shit all the time, whether it's just, to give a little something something or whatever, just for shits and giggles. And at least as far as this is concerned, this is a really nice milk tea. I really enjoy it. It's nice, it's smooth. There's no heavy break in the flavor between the Taro and the milk tea. It really is. It's, slightly sweet. Got that earthy, kind of almost nuttiness from the Taro. And it's a very nice drink from start to finish. More milk at the front. After a second or two, the Taro kind of kicks in. And that kind of carries through with the milk. And at the end, it finishes with a little bit more of the Taro than the milk. It's really nice. It's a very pleasant drinking experience. It's honestly kind of hard to put down. I really like it. And it's one of those things where, it's kind of hard. It's becoming a little bit more prevalent in the United States. But, I do think that milk teas are like something that we really should adopt over here because, like, they're just really good. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, first of all, look at that face. Okay, clearly, I have to love it and I have to recommend it. Look at him. He's adorable. He's a weird thing. He's got 4 arms, which I never really understood, but I don't care. But no, I would genuinely get this again. The only problem I would run into with that is paying for the import cost, because again, I did get it from an import. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I'm sure it was more than I would have liked. But if I could get it for, more reasonable pricing, even without, and this is key, even without the Gabumon branding, I would still get it. I really like it. If I'm recommending it, I mean, look, it's kind of a two-for thing. Am I recommending the tea or am I recommending the branding? The branding is perfectly fine. It's, again, if you enjoy Digimon, it's a little thing. You can drink it, clean it out, add it to a collection or whatever. It's a little bit of fun. But it also does have the benefit where it's actually a tasty, nice drink. So, on both ends, I would actually recommend it. And I think that I think if you're somebody who maybe you haven't had any real experience with milk teas, I mean, I can't say that I'm by any means an expert, but I will say that this one is really nice. And, if you're unfamiliar with Taro as a flavor, don't be too apprehensive about it. It's a very chill flavor and it's nice. And again, almost kind of a nuttiness. So I definitely think it's, something worth checking out. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of the week. Monumental rest of the month. Stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there. Have yourselves a truly Digimon are the champions. Tastic rest of your life. Because that was the theme song. Some people debate between the Digimon song and the Pokemon song. I gotta go Pokemon. I'm sorry. I like Digimon. And I do think they have a good opening. But Pokemon, I want to be the very best. Come on, man. That's just it's just a great song, even outside of being a theme song. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves dealing with said bullshit, it's important that we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe there's like some kind of like old-timey cartoon / anime or whatever show that, that you look back on fondly. And maybe you'll be fortunate enough, it depends on the popularity of whatever it was, that you'll get some nice branding to come along with, whatever. Trust me, folks, that's hard to find. I went over there, I've mentioned before in some of my other videos, sometimes you'll see me wearing a Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. And, sometimes I'll go to like those, those stores that specialize in, they have like a lot of like anime decor and, clothing and stuff. And it's like getting some fucking Yu Yu Hakusho stuff, especially if you want it in a larger size. I'm a rotund individual. That's some bullshit, man. Meanwhile, I'm over there, they got like 3 fucking Inuyasha shirts, and it's like, fucking really? Inuyasha, fuck you. Sorry, I don't like Inuyasha very much. But no, I hope that, whatever your personal thing is, you're able to enjoy it in whatever way. And remember, even if they don't maybe have something like readily available, a lot of times you can just go to like websites and stuff, design your own shirts and stuff. I did that one time. Bye!